Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you.
So I have to read. I'm a book nerd, so I actually wrote down all of your words from the thing, and I just want to read back this because I think it's so beautiful about how you felt when you were younger. There was a powerful urge in me, the desire to be liked, to be seen as the nice girl, to accommodate others, even if that meant dismissing my own needs. That tendency had been years in the making, sprouting out from a childhood spent as a chameleon, shifting constantly, um, and in a world in which women for generations had been conditioned into voicelessness, where their opinions are cast aside, the expectations being that they accommodate others and put their needs last. My boundaries were weak during this period. Can you just talk to us, Alicia, about how your boundaries have changed and about how you've moved on a little bit? I mean, not fully.
Yeah.
None of us do, but from people pleasing to yourself.
Yeah. Well, first I tried to figure out where was that coming from, and how do I become so concerned with everybody else over myself at all times. And look, is that a terrible thing to be empathetic to people, to be concerned about what they're going through, to want to bring people joy, to want to bring them happiness? No, of course, that's a beautiful thing. But the challenge for me, and probably for a lot of us, comes when you can't find that line of, am I doing this to the detriment of myself? Which is what was happening. It was literally, it was like to the detriment of. It wasn't because I had some spare time and because it would have been a cool thing to do. It was like to the detriment of my own health, my own well-being, my even, where you start to embrace this hand or and then you. And I really still to this moment, to this day, I fight with that, and I have to remind myself, stop it, stop it. It's all right. Like, you don't have to make everybody else. You don't have to fix every damn thing either. That's so. I've definitely learned that I don't have to fix everything. Everything doesn't have to be in a neat, organized row with a bow on top for me to like move on from it. And I think I've also recognized in regards to how my boundaries and things like that. One of the things that I've started to ask myself that I really, really want to share, because I believe that we're taught that this is not okay, but I want to change that consciousness. The first question I will ask myself is, what's in it for me? And
Okay, go ahead. More.
And I feel like we're not taught how to ask that question. We feel guilty if we're asking ourselves that, or that's somehow selfish, or that's somehow wrong or whatever. And I really found that to be a guiding light for me, because if I can answer first before we get to everybody else, let me first ask myself what's in it for me. And if I can answer in a way that feels good for me, then go forth and go and do all the other things, and it's great. But there's nothing wrong with actually checking in with yourself first. So
that is life shifting. Just that question. I was listening to you on Dax yesterday, Dax's podcast, and
yes.
you asked if he thought. Well, let me just ask you what you think.
Yeah.
Is this a woman thing or a male thing?
So I asked him that because I feel like it's more of a woman thing, and when I say that, there's a good question that came I want to go back to too. When I say that, I get a lot of resistance from men. They get very upset at me. Alicia, why would you say that? Like, that's not fair for you to assume that I also don't have this issue, or I don't feel this kind of pressure to please. And I think about it a lot because I'm raising sons, and so I'm always, and I think that God definitely did that on purpose for me, for sure.